Religion and culture are supposed to help one through life. That religion is associated with patriarchy and misogyny. Please tell me, as a woman, how should I look at religion?
You have to ask yourself as women, what does religion mean to you? And just because religion has meant bad things to you historically, I request you, kindly do not discard religion itself. Religion is your best friend. If you have to discard the rotten kind of religion. And religion is both the highest and the lowest. Vedanta is saying you have it in you to lead a free and independent life. You have to make your choice. In some sense, when it comes to this man-woman question, I have no issues in admitting that I am biased towards women. There are two persons and one of them keep facing more challenges throughout her life. Why should I not lean towards her? But to no avail. You lean towards women and they get afraid. Surely he intends to hurt. Oh, he is rough. If I become soft like you, how will I help you?
Sir, as a woman, how should I perceive religion? Religion and culture are supposed to help one through life. But I have practically seen that religion is associated with patriarchy and misogyny. Please tell me, as a woman, how should I look at religion?
See, the relationship between women and religion has been pretty interesting and mostly tragic. On one hand, religion, rather core spirituality, is the woman's best friend. Because it helps her be liberated from all that which oppresses her. And it tells her that no price is too big to be paid for liberation. The best help that self-knowledge and Vedanta extend to women is that they tell her that being a woman is not her primary identity. That body identification is the root cause of all kinds of suffering. And that if you can take your physical self and your mental conditioning lightly, then it will be very difficult for Prakriti and society, even if it's a very toxic and patriarchal society, to enslave you. The woman can be enslaved only as long as she is body identified and socially conditioned. Vedanta is about the person gaining liberation from both of these, body identification and mental conditioning. So, ideally, spirituality should be the woman's best friend. But practically, evidence has been rather mixed. In fact, evidence has been that religion, historically, has been on the side of the oppressors when it comes to women, oppressors of the woman. The reason is that religion itself has not been well understood. Religion itself has been a victim of contamination. And when religion is contaminated, then religion becomes a tool towards exploitation of women. So much so that a lot of very negative attitudes that you see existing towards women today, they are claimed to be sanctioned by religion. Right? So, as we were saying, that the woman should continuously be dependent. That's an attitude that finds its source in some so-called religious books. And there are verses exactly to this effect, that let the woman never be independent. Not only that, there have been so-called books that have talked of the woman as a very clearly inferior person, some kind of a different species altogether. So she is guilty of this. So many things are inferior and condemnable in her, and therefore she does not merit responsibility or freedom or many other things. Now, what's the problem here? The problem here is that these two kinds of attitude towards women are actually coming from two kinds of different religions. There is a religion that uplifts women, that's called Vedanta. And there is a religion that oppresses women, that's your normal cultural religion. And whenever Vedanta will shine, one of its effects will be the emancipation and empowerment of women. Whenever the real religion will show up, it will help women, and that will deeply frustrate the traditional kind of religionists. Because the difference is stark. Real religion, if I said the woman's best friend, and false religion, prevalent religion, mainstream religion is the woman's worst enemy. And it's very important to differentiate between these two kinds of religions. The tragic thing is, most women themselves follow the false kind of religion. They are aghast why I am talking to women and telling them that they are not baby producing machines, that it is not their fate to be firstly dependent on the father and then on the husband. But what I am saying is Vedanta. And the amusing thing is that what I am saying is probably not finding too much acceptance among women themselves. So now the question is, who should be blamed? Religion or women? Because when, you see, if you go to places where in the name of religion all kinds of nonsense is happening, 80 to 90% of that crowd will be women. What to do? It is as if women themselves are hell-bent on proving that they do not deserve the real religion. All kinds of storytelling and nonsensical dancing and gossiping, all this in the name of religion, and you will find women very eager. But when Vedanta speaks truly in the favor of liberation of women, women themselves do not come forward to support. How can they support? They do not want to even accept the help. Because this help is expensive and demanding. Vedanta is saying you have it in you to lead a free and independent life. But the woman has become accustomed to support and crutches. When Vedanta tells her, you must live freely. Before you are a woman, you are first of all a consciousness. And consciousness is your first identity. When the woman is told all this, then she gets scared. Because patriarchy is not just about oppressing the woman. patriarchy is also about giving her a safe nest. And the woman has become accustomed to that safe nest. Somebody is always taking care of me. I'm not burdened with being a provider, a keeper, a protector. And all this has continued, and it has made the woman internally very weak. And she has become so weak that today, even if the right religion comes to help her, she is probably not in a position to accept the help. It's a very strange thing. I think it's called the Stockholm syndrome, right? When you fall in love with your oppressor. That's what has happened to the woman. You will be amazed. A lot of those who are criticizing me very sharply are women. I mean, how can you criticize me for something that I'm obviously doing to help you and support you? Do you understand this? It's a very, very tragic thing that happens to those who are caged for long durations. Even if you open the door of the cage, they will now not want to fly away. They have become accustomed to the cage. They have discovered security within the cage. And outside the cage are challenges and competition. Freedom is not really free. Freedom comes when you pay the price. And we don't want to pay the price. Even men don't want to pay the price. But it breaks my heart when I find women content with their own encaged and miserable conditions. And to top it, you have told the bird that she is very respectable if she accepts the cage. And that's what she has done. She has become a respectfully caged woman. And if she flies out, the entire society will say, oh, look at her. There she is, the slut. And the woman does not want to be called that. And why does she not want to be called that? Again, that's a social value that's been embedded into her. You must remain respectable. Let nobody talk harshly to you. So boys, they slap each other and abuse each other and nobody minds. But if you say one harsh word to a woman, she doesn't forget it. She says, speak politely to me, mind your language. This kind of attitude simply means that she becomes very controllable. Whenever you want to control her, just threaten her with abuses. And she will become so terrified that she will relent. She will surrender. If you want independence, you must be prepared to take abuses. Let them call you a whore, a slut, someone of loose character and whatever else they have to. Let them throw all these things at you. Fine, I am a slut, that's okay. But you have been turned into some kind of a goddess who must be respected. And you say it is a part of our culture that we respect women. And the woman says, yes, I am respectable. I am respectable. And if somebody is insulting me, then no, I'll not take that path. The fact is that the path of freedom is necessarily a path where your oppressors will insult you. Why will they not? Think of it. You are running away from their captivity. Will they worship you? Will they praise you? They will obviously throw abuses at you, and you have to be ready to accept all that. And you have to be ready for hardships. But again in that, the woman's softness has been venerated. So she is told, you remain soft. Now, if she remains soft, how will she face the hard challenges of life? But you say the woman's glory lies in her softness. Look at her, how soft her emotions are. Look at how soft her cheeks are. Look at how glorious her long hair are. With all these things, how will you survive the challenges of real life, real society? Please tell me. All the time, if your hair are so long, all the time you are taking care of just your hair, how will you fight battles with such long hair? I'm using hair as symbol. Not really that I have something against. But please understand, her subjugation is so total, so complete, that it has become very difficult to liberate her. So much so that in the name of liberation, she starts doing awkward things. Instead of accepting real liberation, in the name of liberation, she starts doing very childish things. I am liberated, so I'll expose my body. No, it's okay, you expose your body, it's your body. But that's not called liberation. And all that is just a very childish tactic to avoid real liberation. Because you want to avoid real liberation, so you are opting for that liberal kind of liberation. Huh? You know of these liberals. They think liberation lies in running around naked. Again, I have nothing against running around naked. Please do that. My point is that is not liberation. That is not liberation. So it's a very moot question, you see. You have to ask yourself as women, and I'm glad I see a lot of women here. You have to ask yourself, what does religion mean to you? And just because religion has meant bad things to you historically, I request you, kindly do not discard religion itself. Religion is your best friend. If you have to discard the rotten kind of religion. And religion is both the highest and the lowest, mind you. Religion is your highest possibility and your lowest state as well. Religion has given the world both the things. If you look at the highest figures we have had, they are religious. And if you look at the worst acts that we have done, they too have been done in the name of religion. Religion is the highest and religion is the lowest. You have to make a choice. Which religion do you want to choose? And I assure you, when you will choose the right religion, you will face abuses, just as I do every day. The thing is, I am not a woman. It's for you to face those abuses. Why must I keep facing them on your behalf? And for how long can I do that? And when I face abuses on your behalf, and I look around, I do not find too many women coming around to support me. Not that I need your support, please. I am here to support you. I don't need your support. But just as assessment, just as a yardstick of how successful my work is, when I look around, I do not see women really rising. All kinds of superstitions. Who is supporting them? The women. And who is the victim? What kind of self-destructive attitude is this? What is this? Women. Do you know that it is established I'm talking of bad religion. And it's such a dirty statistic. I hate to look at it. The more religious a person is, the more uneducated he is likely to be. The more religious a person is, the more poor he is likely to be. Uneducated, poorer, and also the more uneducated a person is, the more is the number of children he is likely to have. Religion should have been the highest in our life. Instead, this is what religion has become. It has become so bad that no intelligent person now wants to look towards religion. They all feel proud in declaring that they are atheists. If a person has some wits, some sense, very quickly he starts declaring, no God, no religion for me, I am simply an atheist. Whereas the thing is that religion is the very nectar of a life. Without religion, how will you ever be liberated? Without true religion, that is spirituality, that is self-knowledge, how will you ever attain the highest in life? How will you ever realize your potential, your purpose? But because of this all-pervasive bad religion, even genuine spirituality has become untouchable. And it always mesmerizes me that how can a victim of something be a supporter of that same thing? In some sense, when it comes to this man-woman question, I have no issues in admitting that I am biased towards women. And I have my reasons. Why should I not be? There are two persons and one of them keeps facing more challenges throughout her life. Even if those challenges come in form of security and comfort and conveniences, still they are challenges because they prevent her from recognizing, realizing her true final potential. Why should I not lean towards her? But to no avail. You lean towards women and they get afraid. Surely he intends to hurt. Oh, he is rough. If I become soft like you, how will I help you?